Okay, so let's talk about, how do we put a song like Tuning into Gaia into a working sort of a model or a mode? Well, a very good song starts with an inspiration. And when that inspiration is essentially founded in gratitude, to be grateful and humble for what we have, and the abilities and the skill base that we all possess, you can find that these particular inspirations can be very, very powerful, and they can deliver really, really strong, subconscious messages. So let's look at the track. So the track basically has this sort of working fusion, a little bit of a duel, if you like, between the tenor sax phrasing and the flute. And the flute was played by John Hargraves in Nashville, and the tenor sax was played by Pri Victor here in Melbourne. She's an incredible Indian musician. And then once you have that kind of like going on, where there's a call and response, what we call call and response in kirtan music, celebration of the divine, it's very easy to find what we call then the drone, the kind of the bass pulse, the more kind of grounded foundation, which is what the guitar and the bass does. And then of course there's movement, because even though there's not a vocal and the expression is predominantly coming from the flute and the sax working together in unison in a unified harmony, you still have what we call, a verse, a pre-chorus, a chorus, a half verse, a bridge, and then an outro chorus, or a chorus and an outro chorus. So it's still essentially part of a larger structure, if that makes sense. And ultimately, when you start putting the parts together, you realize very, very quickly, because you're playing in frequency, you're playing with the instruments tuned in the 432, how it makes your heart feel, how you feel, when you hear the music, when you hear the song. And that's what we're hoping, is that there's enough going on. There's certainly an interesting and engaging arrangement there for the listener, and we're hoping that it will resonate with you, at the heart level, and warm your soul. Because music today should be always about nurturing and nourishing your soul as much as possible. And we have a saying here, at the Seven Sense, and also within the Transference Records team, that we like to draw the alchemical connection of all the elements outside time-space that nurture and nourish our soul and manifest it in the now. So we draw all of those elements that really nurture and nourish our soul into this kind of centralized field of energy within the framework of what we're doing musically, and we bring that into the intention, and then we express that through the personality of the song. And that allows that to really, really resonate and permeate within people's psyches, and essentially lift them out of a lower vibration into a much more higher vibration. So I hope that also, helps shed some more light on how we create a Tuning into Gaia.